Hare Krishna. In our everyday lives, we often hear people say, "Who has really seen what happens after death?" But in spiritual life, the perspective is quite different. It is said that the spiritual master knows everything, even the fate of a disciple after leaving the body. A true guru continues to nourish the soul of the disciple even after death, ensuring that one day the soul becomes free from Maya and attains the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Today we bring to you a divine Leela of Srila Gurudev that reveals the profound and eternal bond between Guru and disciple, even after the disciple's passing. In one of our previous videos titled The Crying School, we shared the story of Sunanda Devi Dasi, a disciple of Sri Srimad Govinda Swami Maharaj who left her body while Gurudev was on preaching tour in Africa. After her departure, the devotees lovingly took her body to Swargadwar in Puri for the final rites. While some devotees were performing kirtan, others were arranging the wood for the cremation. Suddenly something astonishing happened. A cow approached and began licking Sunanda Devi Dasi's body. Everyone present was struck with wonder. Cows never touch a dead body. Yet, that day in front of all, a cow lovingly licked the body of this departed devotee. After completing the rites, the devotees returned to Bhubaneswar, their hearts filled with questions. Why did such a sacred and rare event occur? What did it mean? For the next 10 days, continuous Nama Sankirtan was held at Sunanda Devi's residence. By then, Srila Gurudev had returned from his Africa tour. On the 11th day, a group of devotees and members of Sunanda Devi's family came to have Gurudev's darshan. Their hearts were still burdened with questions about her sudden departure and her destination after death. They humbly asked Gurudev. Sunanda Devi Dasi was a sincere and devoted soul. She performed her bhajan with unwavering determination even during her final days despite her physical weakness. Gurudev, can you kindly tell us what was her destination after leaving this world? Understanding their emotion and concern, Srila Gurudev replied in a grave and compassionate tone. Sunanda Devi Dasi has taken birth as a cow in the Swargaloka, the heavenly planets. According to earthly time calculation, she will remain there for approximately 200 years. After that, she will be born again in India in a noble and spiritually inclined devotee family. Srila Gurudev's words stunned everyone. There was a mixture of amazement and sorrow. On one hand, the devotees were reassured by Gurudev's divine insight. He knew exactly where his disciple had gone. But on the other hand, they felt a sense of loss that she had not attained the supreme spiritual destination yet and had taken the birth of a cow even in heaven. At that point, the devotees shared with Gurudev the unusual incident they had witnessed. On the day of the final rites, when we were at Swargadwar, a cow came and licked the body of Sunanda Devi Dasi. We were all shocked as cows never touch dead bodies. This incident paired with Srila Gurudev's revelation opened the devotees' eyes to the mysterious and divine workings of the spiritual world and the unfathomable love of a guru who continues to guide and nurture his disciple even after death. Then one of the devotees asked Srila Gurudev, Sunanda Devi Dasi was such a sincere and dedicated devotee. Even after all her devotional efforts and being your disciple, why was she unable to attain Krishna directly? And unfortunately, she also became separated from your association. Srila Gurudev immediately replied, Why do you think she has been separated from my association? He continued, As long as a guru does not renounce his disciple, he continues to remain with the disciple wherever they may be. No matter where a disciple is born or situated, the Guru is always watching over them. The relationship between Guru and disciple is eternal. It is a connection of the soul, not of the body. The body changes life after life, but the soul remains the same. Then how can one say the relationship is broken just because the body is gone? Even if the Guru disappears from our vision or the disciple leaves their body, the bond remains untouched. It is Nitya, eternal. I had not renounced Sunanda Devi Dasi, she is still my disciple. In fact, just a few days ago I visited Swargaloka to see her, but since she is now in the body of a cow, she could not recognize me. Srila Gurudev's words brought deep solace to the hearts of all the devotees. They could now perceive how Gurudev so compassionately carries the responsibility of his disciples even beyond this lifetime. Through this divine narration, everyone tested the transcendental nature of a true spiritual master, realizing that a Sadguru is not bound by the limitations of time or space. Though appearing in one place, he can be present everywhere simultaneously, guiding his disciples across lifetimes. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur once shared a remarkable account how Thakur Bhaktivinoda, during his earthly pastimes, once visited the celestial court of Yamaraj. There he gave a profound explanation of a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, Api chesu duracharo bhajate mamananya bhak, sadhureva samantabhya samyak vyavasito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service and worships me alone, he is to be considered saintly, for he is rightly reserved. Hearing that sublime exposition, the assembled devotees were deeply moved and pleased. From this we understand that restrictions of time and space apply only to conditioned souls like us, bound by material coverings. But the Nitya Mukta Jivas, the eternally liberated souls, are never confined by the body. They always exist on the platform of the soul, and for them, even traveling to higher realms like Swargaloka or anywhere in this universe is not impossible. Gurudev personally went to Swargaloka to visit his departed disciple, and even after 200 years, when she will again take birth on this earth in a human form, Gurudev will once again bless her with his divine association. To us, this may seem inconceivable because we are still struggling within the confines of Maya, trying to free ourselves from material bondage. But to the liberated souls, this is not only real, it is their lived reality. They move freely, always under the shelter of the Lord, and their connection with their disciples is eternal and unbreakable. From this extraordinary Leela of Srila Gurudev, two important questions arise. First, why did Sunanda Devi Dasi, despite being the disciple of such a pure saint like Srila Gurudev and performing her bhajan with deep sincerity, not attend Goloka? Why did she take birth in Swargaloka as a cow? The devotees later revealed that Sunanda Devi Dasi was a great Gosevika. Throughout her life, she wholeheartedly dedicated herself to Go Seva, serving mother cows, offering all she had in their service. She was deeply attached to cows, constantly absorbed in their care and protection. This indicates a very strong emotional attachment to the cows. Srila Gurudev often used to narrate the story of Bharat Maharaj, who even after rising to high stages of bhava and spiritual ecstasy, developed a deep attachment to a baby deer. Due to this, in his next life, he took birth as a deer himself. This teaches us that whatever we are deeply attached to in life will come to our remembrance at the time of death, and that remembrance shapes our next birth. Hence, one must cultivate detachment and develop exclusive attachment to Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Only then can we truly achieve Ante Narayana Smriti, the remembrance of Lord Narayana at the time of death. The second question is, if either the Guru or the disciple leaves their body, how can their relationship be eternal? Srila Gurudev himself addressed this clearly in many of his teachings. The bond between a bona fide Guru and a sincere disciple is eternal. It is beyond the limitations of the body and the mind. We chant every day, Chakshudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu sei. He who gave me the divine eyes of knowledge, he is my Guru in every birth. In every birth, the same Guru, how is that possible? We cannot understand it with our material senses. Even if the Sadguru enters Nityadham, they still continue to watch over their sincere disciples. They remain connected through the heart. The Sadguru is extremely powerful. He is the manifestation of the Super Soul, Chaitya Guru, and he can empower his disciple internally, guiding and uplifting them on the path of bhakti, even if the disciple is in a different body or plane of existence. These beautiful and profound teachings of Srila Gurudev on the eternal nature of the Guru-disciple relationship are very deep, full of Tattva Gyan, which cannot be presented through this small video. We humbly request all devotees to read Srila Gurudev's books published by Gopalju Publications, The Worship of Sri Guru in English and Sri Guru Vandana in Hindi and Oriya for a deeper understanding of this sacred connection. By the mercy of Srila Gurudev, may we one day truly understand the eternal nature of this bond, and by becoming sincere disciples, make our lives successful. Please feel free to share your reflections, questions, or realizations with us. Hare Krishna.